Hi everyone, this is TheHande's here with yet again another shitty couch vlog, and there's gonna be a couple of these coming at you pretty soon because I've been really kind of swamped with stuff, and I haven't really had any time to make videos right now. So I thought what would be a fun topic that I could make a top 10 video out of that would be interesting for you people to enjoy, and I decided, what the hell, let's talk about my favorite video game box art. Yes, there's a couple of rules for this list. In this list I want to showcase what I really think are some really excellent pieces of box art, and there's probably ones that I'm forgetting to include anyway. So just to make myself feel better, I decided that I was going to put in a few arbitrary rules for the list. Number one, no funny, bad covers. I probably want to make a list video about that later. Now, people know that I like stuff that's bad in a funny way, but I decided not to include them on this list because I wanted to actually make this list about some awesome looking covers. And the second rule, although I think simplicity is sometimes the best way to go with covers, none of the covers on this list are going to be just the logo of the game or something to that effect. The pieces that I picked actually depict something from the game or are in somehow kind of relevant to it. And feel free to include some of your favorite cover art in the description below, but let's get on with it already. At number 10, when it comes to Mega Man covers, there's quite a range of them, from good to kind of okayish to kind of bland to a little bit dodgy and then just ugh. And for me particularly, it's really hard to pick one. Like, I have a lot of fond memories of the Mega Man 3 cover arts, and because 5 is my favorite Mega Man game, I kind of want to say that one. And I will defend the European cover for Mega Man 2 till the end of time. I think it looks way better than the American equivalent with the broken ankle. But you know what? If there's one piece of Mega Man artwork that is quite unique, looks awesome, it's just really, really good, it's the European cover for the first Mega Man game. It's amazing. Now, yes, the Japanese covers are definitely more truer to the game, don't get me wrong, and I think they're fine just by that, but I feel this one is just way more expressive and really actually makes me want to pick up the game and play it. Now with number 9, like I said, simplicity sometimes is the best way to go, and that's how I feel about this one. It's the cover for Beast Within, the second game from the Gabriel Knight series, which is just the werewolf face coming through the white cloth. To be honest, I've never really liked the covers of either of the other two Gabriel Knight games, so this is at least one area where I think the second game is clearly better than either one of those. And it's just stylish as fuck. Number 8, Broken Sword also has quite an interesting range of covers, from pretty confusing to kinda kick-ass to kinda bland to kinda bland. But you know what? The Sleeping Dragon cover, I have to say, looks pretty awesome. You're showcasing the faces of the main characters, but without resorting to using the actual in-game models. I do think it says a lot when you include an artistic rendition of those characters. It's pretty simple, it's pretty stylish. Same logic with number 7, Darksiders 2, just take it in for a second. This is a man on a horse with twin sickles. Yeah, can you tell that I'm excited for Darksiders 3? And on a similar note, at number 6, now I gotta be honest, it's probably only because I recently got a physical copy of this game and I'm kinda excited about it. But at the same time, I knew I had to include an N64 game on this list somewhere. Here's the problem. Most N64 game covers aren't, very good. I don't know what it is, but a lot of them are just kind of bland. There's a thing about using in-game elements of a game. If you go a little too literal, I don't think that's a good thing. But at the same time, I do think it's okay for games to show their age, which is why I think my favorite box art from the N64 has to be the Japanese cover of Pilot Wings 64. I really love Pilot Wings 64, and the European and American covers are just kind of really bland. Here they are, this awesome collection of characters. Look at them, they look great. Why aren't there more Pilot Wings games? Number 5, fucking Manhunt 2, man. Horror game covers are kind of a difficult thing to get right. You want it to be dark and edgy, but you also want to be able to put it on the shelf and not tuck it behind the counter. Oh wait, it's 2017, people don't know what a shelf is. You want to be able to show it up in your good old game shelf or Steam thingamabob? I talked about this cover kind of in my very old and horrible top 5 horror games list from a long time ago, but yeah, it's a really disturbing looking cover. Number 4! Now the Grand Theft Auto games kind of have a consistent theme going from one cover to the next, except for the first 2 ones, and I think that's okay, fine, I really like these covers anyway. Which GTA game really speaks to me? And I have to be honest, it's the cover for Grand Theft Auto 3. I mean, this was really the first time that characters from the game were actually being depicted in an artistic fashion, and I quite like it. Yeah, sure, Vice City has that bikini babe on it, but I don't know, GTA 3 just kind of grabs me in a different way. Number 3, it's the cover from the very first Super Mario Bros. Not this one, the European one. Yes, and this one actually was made by Shigeru Miyamoto himself. Now yeah, there's a few quirky details there. Peach doesn't look very great and Bowser's kind of wonky, but you know what? This was amazing to me when I was a kid. This really showed me what these characters were supposed to look like when the NES graphics still weren't really capable of showing them in their full glory. I don't know, I just think this is a really classic cover, and just for an extra bonus, here's a cute little Pikachu version of it as well. Number 2, the Resident Evil covers. They're okay. Like I said, I'm not really a fan of just showing in-game elements there. A lot of the later game covers are just kind of bland. 7 was okay, but you know what? My favorite cover from the Resident Evil series is probably still the first one. Yes, the cover with this crazy character who's not even in the game and it looks super weird, but I love it. I don't know, there's something just inherently kind of cool about it, even though it does a really poor job of telling you what the game is about. I mean, yeah, there's giant spiders in it, but that's about it. No, seriously, I just love using this cover. I used to use it all the time on video game trivia. Side note, do you guys still want to watch video game trivia? Has Did You Know Gaming made it completely obsolete? And finally, number 1, not a surprise in the very least, you probably saw this from a mile away. It's the Secret of Monkey Island cover. Just look at it, it's magnificent. And yeah, I like the new updated version too, but there's something kind of cool and mysterious about the original. And also the fact that this art style just didn't stick around. They kind of kept it around for the second game, but you know what? I just love this game and I just love this cover. I only need to look at it and I can hear the theme song playing in my head. And that's the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm TheHande's and see you on the next one.